Welcome to a new edition of the EDJ Whitetails, December 30th. Got kind of an odd wind today. We kind of finally got rid of some of this fog. Hang on for today's episode. All right, welcome back. Like I said, it is December 30th, about 2:45 right now. Headed in for the evening hunt. We have a very strange wind tonight. It's out of the northeast, which doesn't happen very often. So I don't have much in the way of stands for, especially near food, for a northeast wind. That being said, it's time to hit Delena's blind again. I can hold some scent in there, and on a northeast wind, it's just going to clip the very top northwest corner of the food plot. So whatever wind does come out of the blind. So I feel like we should be in okay shape as far as that goes. And it's actually gotten a little chillier today. I think the high got to 34, and it's kind of hovering right there. There's actually a weather system that's going to drop some snow and rain, I think, to the south of us. If we see anything in the way of precipitation, it's not going to be much, but it looks like a heavier system to southern Iowa. But that'll be, I think the bulk of that system is a couple hours south of us. But I feel like with that low pressure, with that system to the south of us, should be some movement tonight. It's a little colder, and hopefully they're wanting to feed, hit them turnips. According to the intel on the camera we have over the food plot, last evening there was a handful of deer in camera shot anyway on the food eating the turnips. So gonna head back in there. We're gonna get situated in the blind. Creek has come down a little bit. I don't have to pick and choose. It looks like I can just use my normal hip boots or not hip boots, knee-high boots to get across there. So hang with me here. Hopefully bring you some action. We're cutting down on the days now of bow hunting. Season goes till January 10th, but it's going to start getting limited here for me as we come off a Christmas break. So I'm going to try and make the most of it here on this December 30th. Just coming up out of the creek, and it was still pretty high. It was a little deceiving. Right to the edge of my boots. Thankfully I didn't get wet though. That would make for a very uncomfortable sit, especially with today's temps. Carrying in the PSC Fortis, we are winding down on the hunts for the Fortis as well. Ordered my new bow yesterday at Indie Outdoors in Independence. I'm not going to fill y'all in quite yet on what I went with, but I think it's going to be exciting nonetheless. But be 4 to 6 weeks before that comes in, so gonna have a wait, but be kind of fun to have that unveil and maybe even do a little filming at the shop if Travis will allow, to show you just how great of a bow shop it is. So kind of exciting, but let's see if we can draw some more blood with this Fortis one last time. They got up right at my feet. There goes. Look at them all. Right at my feet. Should have had the old Winchester SX4. That would have been fun. If I could shoot it all, I could have had a quick limit there. Pretty cool. Part of the daily routine on the walk-in, usually. I love seeing pheasants. Not much of a pheasant hunter anymore. As much as I love pheasant hunting, I have grown so accustomed to making sure they have good habitat, nesting capabilities, and food throughout the winter that I have a hard time shooting them anymore. I know that sounds weird, but I guess it's all part of the evolution of a hunter and a land steward. You get real sentimental with the wildlife, is the way I would describe it, but always fun seeing them bust up out of the brush on my way in. So we've made our way to the blind, and as you can see, I did a little practice draw there. Adjust my seat just a little bit after I shut the camera off here, but and move this clamp that we had for the GoPro. Hit my bow on that right away. That would have been a blunder. That's why you always check. Even in the tree stands, always check. So as we get in here, I noticed on the walk in that while the forecast said northeast, it's actually like a straight east as it lies on this food plot, which is absolutely perfect. It's blowing straight across my face and out to the west, which should set up really good for this. Hopefully, I don't think there was a lot of activity around the property today. On this Monday here before New Year's, most folks had to go back to work and everything, so shouldn't have been near the activity that there was over the weekend, which should be beneficial for us. Hopefully, we've got some deer bedded in both thickets and some from the north, and we can have ourselves a really productive hunt. Like I said, it's about 33 degrees. That east wind is really light, down in here anyway. When I opened the gate up on top of the hill, it was felt like it was blowing pretty good. But down here, it's very calm, so you have to be super quiet. We were super quiet getting in, except for the roosters busting everywhere. A few hens in the mix too. So, like I said, we're hunting over the final forage by Mossy Oak Biologic. I can see that since we've been here last time, there's plenty of bulbs that are still getting hit pretty hard. So that means they're still coming to it heavy. And like I said, there were some deer in here yesterday evening on this camera when I was sitting down on the road. So I'm going to settle in and let's bring you some action here on December 30th, the EDJ Whitetails. So I just got done taking a few more practice draws and making sure I had every lane, and if I had to stand up a little bit or whatever. And I decided that to reduce bulk, and since it's not super cold inside this blind, as much as I love this Nomad 3/4 basically face shield, baklava or whatever they have the proper term for it, fleece lined everything, super warm. But as much as I love this, I'm going to get this out of my way tonight. I could see this changing my anchor point or something. In the tree stand, I can usually get it pulled down and settle in, but in here, everything seems so confined that I decided I'm going to put it back in my pack and more of a open face to be able to shoot. So just thought I'd put that out there. Always test your areas, whether you're in the tree stand or in the blind. Make sure you can shoot every lane that you got. Make sure nothing's in the way. It doesn't cost anything to do it, and it can make or break a hunt. So I'm glad I did this evening, because I would have had a couple things mess me up there. So I guess that's EJ's tech tip of the week, of the day, maybe. But all right, we're gonna settle in and feel good about this. I think we're gonna bring you some action tonight. So it's become extremely quiet out here. I don't know if it's got something to do with that weather system south or what. What little breath of wind there was, there's nothing down in here. You can hear the drips of moisture coming off the trees from all the fog lately. So quiet, it's going to be hard to get drawn in this blind without them noticing something going on. It's going to be interesting to say the least. I feel like every little move I make is making noise. While it's kind of high anxiety because of that, it's a very nice evening, fun set. I was just texting with a buddy. Told him I just can't seem to get enough this year of hunting. Just love being out here. And of course bringing all these episodes to you guys, the viewers. But it's going to be really depressing. January 10th rolls around. I'll find things to do down here. As always, I've already got 100 projects in my head, but it's been quite a ride here in 24. With as much hunting as I've gotten done, bringing all the footage to you guys, the viewers. It's been so much fun. It'd be hard to not be doing it after season closes, but it happens every year. This year it might be a little more disheartening than usual. Let's use that term. Just love being out here. Hopefully, you can get a little breath of wind here, because my anxiety level right now is through the roof. I know I look calm, but anxiety is through the roof. Trying not check. I actually gained quite a bit of daylight. Quitting time tonight is 5, so getting quite a bit of daylight each day now. So it's going back the other way. It's always good. So got a little over an hour yet. That was a nice buck right there. I'm not sure what buck that is. He came out of the west thicket, walked up the edge, and then went back in. Now I got a doe coming out. So she fed there for a little bit, and then went back into the thicket to the west. I don't know if that buck is paying any attention to her, or that's why he came out and went back in. And we'll see if he comes out or not. Kind of like to get a closer look at him, see what he is, because he was down there quite a bit. Interesting. Anyway. Also, I was going to mention, it feels a lot later than it is. It's only like 20 after 4 right now. But with that system, it is like dark. Very odd. Very ominous skies. I don't know if it's going to start raining soon or what it's going to do. Smash. So, I sit tight. It's not nearly as late as it looks on the camera. was very, very cool. That nice 8-pointer there was literally 5 steps from the blind. We're not talking yards, we're talking steps. Fed right on through. And then 2 little bucks out there. Very, very cool evening set. As you can see, it's getting really dark now, and I've got to use this flashlight in the blind so you can even see me talking to you. All in all, that was very cool. To see that kind of late season movement when it's not cold at all is absolutely fantastic. That doe from earlier and that real nice buck, I don't know where they ended up. They must have went off to the northwest because I never saw them again. But, those 3 there, that was pretty cool. So I'm going to wrap this up this evening. One thing I guess to take away is when you have a weather system like this coming, and tomorrow that big front gets here that's going to have it really cold. Much like earlier on in the year, they're apt to move around more with that low pressure, and with that system coming in. Very, very fun hunt. I think I may still, I wasn't gonna, but I think I might be back at it again tomorrow. Probably be a game time decision, but gosh, it's hard to stop. So much fun. But we're gonna wrap this up for December 30th. EDJ Whitetails. I'm Eric Johnston. And as always, get outdoors.